Hey, brothers and sisters from the Starknet ecosystem. Welcome back to the Star Cafe. This is Nursal speaking, your personal Stark barista. And once again, we're ready to delight you with some very special Starknet content. Hello, guys. Thanks a lot for being at the cafe. Today, we have our friend Antiyro from the Kasar Labs, an engineering and research laboratory, which is very active in the Starknet space. They've been working on different infra products related to the Starknet scaling solution. And today, together with Antiyro, we'll be speaking about the Plug'N'Play Mew Starknet node, which allows you to run a Starknet node from the comfort of your own home office. So I'm really looking forward to this episode with Antiyro. And first of all, let's welcome him. Hey Antiyro, hi, welcome to the Star Cafe.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine.
Great.
You?
Yeah, thanks. We're doing great. Well, Antiyro, let's start with with an icebreaker about Kasar Labs. I would love to hear a bit more about these dev labs. What are you building for Starknet? So I would also like to know the mission that drives the efforts of this dev lab, and which are the experimentations that Kasar Labs have carried out so far on Starknet.
So first of all, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure. As you said, I come from Kasar Labs, which is a Starknet engineering and research laboratory. We initiated the laboratory 6 months ago, and we started first as a community of Starknet core builders that wanted to open source our infrastructures, but then we decided to professionalize it after the Starkware sessions. Basically, before that, we were doing some projects like StarkTVT, StarkSQL, and StarkSet, some little projects, and we decided to focus on what we care the most, which is Starknode. So after the Starkware sessions, we decided to have a core team. So right now we are 6 members in that core team, counting on the Starkaians present here, Luca Derville, Helix, and Simo. This core team is building actively Starknode, which is our main project. But maybe I will explain more in the details what we will do with that and what's our goal in the future. But yeah, basically Kasar Labs started that way. We all come from computer science studies. We all come from the blockchains, and we are really focused on ZKs, and we believe that Starknet is clearly the most interesting place, and that we believe that Starknet right now is the place. Like, but if we look right now at blockchains in general, initially with Kasar Labs, we were like, okay, where we're gonna go, and we looked at Ethereum, and we see that there are some rollups building on top of Ethereum, some ZK rollups, which is the best version of rollups actually, and we looked at them, and we heard of Starknet, which is basically the best ZK solution so far. So we decided to focus for now on Starknet.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Antiyro, for explaining to us the activities that Kasar Lab have been doing for the past year on Starknet. And right now, before talking about the Plug'N'Play Mew Starknet node in details, would you mind elifying the concept of blockchain nodes in general? What are they, and why are they such an important infrastructure piece when it comes to blockchain technology?
So basically, full nodes are the way for you to it has been invented to like monitor the blockchain. I will give an example that helped me a lot to understand full node at the beginning. If you should look at the blockchain like a big book that for traditional networks, you have a big book, you have some lines which is the transactions, you have some pages which helps you to start the transactions. But imagine now that this book is distributed to a lot of people, and that each lines of this book it's a transaction, each page it's a new block. Those are basically the full nodes. So full nodes are clients, so are like softwares, are like small programs that constantly monitors the blockchain and helps you communicate with it. And you can basically those books stores the states of the blockchain, and you can with them get and write the states on Ethereum. On Starknet it's a bit different. On Starknet you have this something that I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with, but it's the sequencer. So the sequencer will send the blocks to the basically Starknet is a rollup. So if you have the block on the L1 data, you to scale it you will need you will need rollups. So basically what happens is that the data is sent to Starknet, and Starknet has its own computational validation process, which is the ZK Stark. And what happens is that the sequencer will then sequence the blocks to the L1. And to get up to date with the L1 and to get up to date with the L2 states, the sequencer needs something that is called the full node, which is basically the same for the L1, but that the L2 nodes only reads the state. I'm not sure if it's clear, if I'm doing it in a clear way, but basically this is like how full nodes works on Starknet. Basically, full nodes are like external tooling for the sequencer to get the state.
Awesome. Well, this was a very enlightening and clarifying description about full nodes in general, and also applied, to the Starknet scaling solution.
If just wanted to add,
please.
Here we have Starknet in this Twitter space. He has a big thread of about full nodes. If you want to read it, he will make it way clearer, way more clear.
Great. Shout out to Starkians, who's the author behind a lot of very interesting and easy explained threads about the Starknet ecosystem. And he also collaborates with the Starknet Eco community page, where I also give my own contribution together with our friend Crypto Gurka, who's here among us. So shout out to both of them. And regarding your explanation about full nodes, Antiyro, thanks a lot. I'm sure it will be very helpful for those people who have some tech limits like myself. So, however, let's move to the next question, which is a bit more about the Starknet node. And so I would like to introduce the Starknet plug and play to us. How did you come out with this idea? And I'd also like to know how it was building such a device. Was it difficult to realize and to produce? Tell me a bit more about that, please.
So I initially was like 10 months ago. I was like on Starknet, and you may know that Starknet TPS are really slow. So I was like, how can I complain to a network that I'm not participating in? So I decided to launch my own node. And even if I'm a dev for a long time and in the blockchain ecosystem, it took me sometimes to set up a node on Starknet. And I was like, oh, it's like, why not doing a simple installer that you can just in one click set up your node? So that's what we first did initially, but we wanted to push the thing further and to have like something that you just don't need a terminal to install, don't need anything to set up, like the highest level way to set up a full node on Starknet. So we made some experimentations with some boards, and we were like, first of all, like, okay, so we can do something that you just plug two cables, but then you have to refer to an L1 key, to a layer 1 key. So how can people set up them? Maybe by getting the IP of the node locally, and then it was like, it was still low level. So we wanted to do the highest level way possible. So what we did is a plug and play full node. So basically it's a microcomputer that has a storage size of like a micro SD that you just need to plug on in your computer. Once it's plugged in, you have a graphical user interface that you need to download. It's like configuring a ledger. It's super simple. You have this graphical user interface where you just need to name your node, enter the client you want. Right now on Starknet there are three main clients, which is Papyrus, Juno, and Pathfinder. About those clients, some questions were asked during this week. Which one is the best client and all? Right now, Pathfinder is the only fully functional client on Starknet. It's a client built up by Equilibrium Labs. It's the only one that is listening to the L1. It's the only one that is fully functional. The second one is maybe Juno, which is built by Netherman. They are doing a great work. They managed to shrink the DB size by 3. They are doing a great work, but it's not 100% functional yet. They don't have all the RPC calls added yet, and all. And then Papyrus, which is only in early stage for now, but it's a client from Starkware, so it will be promising. So those are the three clients that you can set up. We will add more clients with Madara going on. We will add more clients with Kakarot and Berries, and maybe in the future Crosschain clients. We are still looking into improving that. But yeah, basically you just have to choose a client and refer to an L1 key. I didn't explain before, but basically what happened is that full nodes on Starknet cannot check the state of Starknet directly. The full nodes needs to check the state of the L1. So the data sent from Starknet to the L1, because the state on the L1 is the verified state. It's the confirmed state. So to get accurate state, the full nodes need an L1 key that will help you communicate with the L1. So basically, it's an L1 key that you can get from Infura, Alchemy, any RPC provider, or even if you have your own Ethereum full node running, you can just refer to it, and the layer 2 Starknet full node will work perfectly with it. So once you have those three stuff set up, you will just flash your SD card, plug it in your Stark node, plug two cables, which is basically the network cable and the power cable. So network to communicate with internet, and power to get your node running. And after that, you will see the node syncing, and you will have all the data about your node, if it's syncing correctly and all, and you will be running the Starknet network. So it's really simple. It's like configuring any other IoT products. You don't have to open a terminal. You don't have to have previous coding knowledge. We wanted to make it as simple as possible.
Great. Thanks a lot, Antiyro, for guiding us through the installation and the process of installing the Starknode plug and play device. And for all the listeners, I'd invite you to go to the Kasar.io website, where you'll be able to consult the user guide by clicking on the Learn More button. There you'll find, as I said, the user guide. You will see all the requirements you need to have in order to run this Starknet node. So I can read them through. Basically, you need the Mew 1.0 device by Kasar Labs. then a personal computer to set up and configure your node, an Ethernet cable, a micro USB power cable, a micro USB flasher, a 512 gigabytes SD card, a blockchain wallet, and the Ethereum L1 key Antiyro just told us
So, just to add, some people asked this week also about the two data storage available right now. So you have the 256 gigabyte and the 512. Right now, the recommended one is the 512. The actual state of Starknet mainnet is around, for Pathfinder, is around 100 gigabyte. They are still trying to shrink it like Juno, but it's not in their priority. So the 256 gigabyte storage could perfectly afford Starknet right now, but it's not recommended because the state will grow up. Even if they divided the state size by 3, 5, it will always grow up. So the 512 gigabytes is more recommended. The node is delivered with one Ethernet cable, one power cable, the micro SD you choose, and the SD flasher. So you don't need to worry about all of this. Everything is delivered in one package.
Well understood. Thanks a lot. Well, after you check the requirements you need to have in order to install the Starknet node, you would continue with all the steps that Antiyro was telling us about. Installing the Kasar OS on your personal computer, connecting your micro SD card, etc., etc. And then maybe, seeing that you've not mentioned this field yet, would you tell us a bit about the management of the Starknet wallet? So, of the Starknet node. So regarding the updates and stuff like that, the maintenance. Let's say.
So the good part of having a Stack node, like imagine you are already a developer and you wanted to you are wondering why should I get a Stack node? So first of all, having a home node is really cool because you can expose its RPC. So the RPC is the way you will communicate with that book. So it's a list of functions to get the state and like, for example, get blogs, get events and all, to read the state. So it's the way you will communicate with that book. So we did some, imagine like right now you have a DApp, you want to communicate with an RPC provider, you use something classical like Infura, Alchemy. What happened with your request is that your request will be sent to their server, then their server will send the request to their full node in their server, and then the full node will send back the request to you. Like it's like using a VPN if you want to communicate with regular RPC providers. What's cool with having your home node is that you will communicate directly with your full node through the RPC key. So you don't have to like the queries are way faster. So this is one point I wanted to mention. When you are configuring your node, you will expose an RPC key. This RPC key will help you manage your node in an interface that we are working on. So you can track the performances of your node, like the block sync, the actual like CPU usage, temperature, and all. You will be able to monitor your node anywhere in the world, because the OS inside the full node will come with a tracker and a manager. The manager part will be for updating your node easily. So imagine there's a major update of Pathfinder and you want to update it. What will happen is that you will be able to plug the SD card back again and get the update and get back running. It's like the cool way of having the SD card and a graphical user interface is that it's dynamic. You can just set it back. You can just set up another client. You can do whatever you want in managing your node. There will be the graphical user interface on the app of Kasar, the main website. So you can just. We are still wondering how people will connect themselves, but we want people to link their wallet to the nodes initially. So when you are configuring it, right now there's something I did not mention is peer-to-peer. So the nodes right now on Starknet does not communicate with others, does not look at the other books to say that okay, this state is the valid state. right now the nodes doesn't have peer-to-peer, so they don't have a wallet associated to it. But we want to associate a wallet to it, so people won't struggle in the future associating your wallet and all configuring it. You will be able to manage all your nodes with one wallet. So whenever you log in Kasar app, you just log in with your wallet, and you will get all your nodes and see the activity, the syncing process, the RPC key, and all. And we are preparing some stuff, some great stuff. Maybe some people heard about what we did in the hackathon in Tokyo. We are preparing some interesting stuff, but it's still work in progress. So we will announce soon what we will be able to do with your node.
Very good. Well, Antiyro, I have a kind of a stupid question. Let's suppose, I get my plug and play node and I get it running. I suppose that the device is always to be online, right? For example, if I have some power problems, or like I need to go for a holiday and I decide to turn the power off, the device will stop working, obviously. So will that affect your performances? How does it work?
If your node is not plugged to an internet connection or a power connection, it will not work. That's clear. But if you just plug it out for your vacation or something else and plug them back, it will sync back. And we are working in syncing the syncing process to make it the fastest as possible. So you don't need to worry about that. You can just unplug and all. It will always sync back and make everything for you in the under layer.
Very good, good. Looking forward to playing with it then. And well, could you we are coming to the closure of the Star Cafe, but before closing it, I'd like to know a bit where we can get this Starknet node, this plug and play device, and how much does it cost, if we may know it.
So you can go to as you mentioned, you can go to the kasar.io/starknode. So this is the main shop and the official shop. Basically, the 256 gigabyte version is at if I remember well, it's at 268 euros. Dollars, and the other version, the 512, it's at $289. If you want to right now we are selling it only accepting fiat payments. We hope to extend the pre-sale. We are working on it actively to extend the pre-sale for 1 week and maybe accept crypto payments. We are working actively on that. We also be this summer at the Starknet CC in Paris. So if you are in Paris or you are coming to France during the ETHCC week and you want your nodes, you can just grab it at our pop-up store in the Starknet CC. We are also working on that. And basically this is the ways you can get the nodes right now. And don't worry, we'll be announcing everything on Kasar Labs, the main Twitter account.
Awesome. So we'll have the plug and play stand at Starknet CC. That's very good. Yeah. Maybe I will get it there. And Antiyro, first of all, let's thank the audience for coming today at the Star Cafe. We had an amazing session. So once again, thanks a lot to Gurka, Starkent, Out Something, Kodawari, Israel, Jimmy, Beta Code, Rams, Fibon, C0, CRV, Shir, It's Bullish, and all the others. And obviously, Antiyro, thanks a lot for coming. It's been a pleasure after talking about the checkpoint indexer last time. It was a pleasure to have you back at the cafe. So thanks once again, and looking forward to meeting you in Paris as well.
Thank you very much for inviting me. And if you have any question, you can just send me a DM on Telegram or contact us on Kasar Labs.
That's great. Thanks a lot once again, Antiyro. So guys, it's time to close. Remember sharing the Starknet vibe, and see you on the next time. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys. Bye, Antiyro. Bye.